Hello everyone, and thank you especially to our replay viewers. If you're watching this on replay, you can still share this out with all of your network. Hi Connie, welcome to 5 for 5. Make sure that you share this out to your network. So if you are on an iPhone, the easiest way to do this is simply to swipe on your phone one way to the other and just click on the share button. And if you're on an Android, swipe from the top down and share to your network. And of course, I love those hearts. I want to welcome everyone who's coming in. My name is Caren Glasser, and I feel like I've been off on a very long vacation. I'm coming back after not being here for almost 5 weeks, so I'm really happy to be back here with everyone. And this show is called 5 for 5, and that is where we do 5 tips on a subject every single week. And today we're going to be doing blogging basics. And so I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to blog and get the most bang out of your buck. So get your pencils ready because we're just going to dive right in. First of all, let's talk about what is a blog. So according to Wikipedia, a blog is a regularly updated website or web page, typically run by an individual or a small group, and it's written in an informal or conversational manner. And also, until 2009, blogs were usually the work of just one person or sometimes a small group of people. But now we have things called collaborative blogs, something like Huffington Post. We've all visited Huffington Post. Also, Spark Network, my website, it's a collaborative blog. That's where lots of people are blogging in one place so that you can leverage a community and bring more visibility and credibility to yourself and your posts and actually show yourself as an expert. Alrighty, so number 2, the first thing that you want to do is you want to create your post, and you want to create original content and make sure that you put keywords into your content. So depending on what you're blogging, make sure that those words that are searchable are going to be in your content and that it's original. You also want to make sure that your title has the keyword in it as well. So you don't want to just have a title that says, this is a blog post. You want to say how to blog or 10 tips on how to blog or something that's going to be searchable by Google. I encourage you to put audio or video in there because people consume their information in many different ways. So a blog post can also be a vlog post, a video blog, and you can talk your message, or you can do it via the audio link or a podcast of something of that nature. You also want to make sure you include a featured image. Now, I encourage you to use something of the shape or the size of 640 by 480 pixels, but you can always resize a larger picture smaller. You don't want to go the other way, small to large, because the picture will end up very, very blurry. Check out Canva. We've talked about Canva before, canva.com, and you can create custom featured images. And again, you will put keywords on those images so they can be searched for. You also want to include links to your website or to external sources. These are called backlinks, so that people can actually find you in other places. So if you are doing a series of blog posts, put an archive of the rest of your blog posts via links so that people can go and read the rest of your information. And finally, make sure you have a call to action in your blog post. We talk about this all the time. Tell them what to do next, maybe to contact you or to visit a website or whatever that is. So number 1 was, what is a blog? Number 2 was, we have to create one. Now, number 3, we're going to optimize the blog. Now, this gets a little tricky here, but we're going to talk about search engine optimization. That is how Google finds you on the web. So you want to make sure you pick your focus keyword, your meta keyword. So if you are doing a blog post on how to blog, your keyword may be blog. So you want to make sure that you're going to put that in your meta keyword. And when you're in a WordPress site or a Wix site or any of the sites that are out there, most any of the sites that you can put a blog, it will ask you for a keyword. It will also make sure that you put your meta description, because that's what Google brings up. Have you ever noticed when you're searching on Google and let's say you're searching for how to blog and a bunch of things come up, and then there's a little bit of verbiage under each one of the posts? That's from the meta description. So make sure that you put your keywords in the meta descriptions as well. And then you want to put your tags. So anything that you mention in the blog that is searchable. So if you talk about blogging, you talk about meta descriptions. I'm just using what I'm talking about today. Or you're talking about keywords. Those might be your tags so that people can find that when they're searching. And then finally, make sure you are in the right category on your blog, or if you're posting in somebody else's blog. So if they search for that subject that you're talking about on that particular site, your blog post will show up. Alrighty, we're going to move on to number 4. After you've written your post and you have published it, you want to make sure you share it out to social media. I mean, after all, that's what you are doing. You're creating all this original content. So when you publish your blog post, you're going to go grab that URL. If you're in the back of your website and you've posted the blog, there's also something called a short link. You can go and click that, and you can select that as well. But either will do, your URL or the short link, and then take it out into social media. When you paste that link into Facebook, it will auto-populate a picture and something that will be hyperlinkable, meaning that if somebody clicks on it, it will take them right to your blog. And you want to then put a little bit of a definition or explanation as to what that blog post is in the description. Put it on Facebook, put it in Twitter, put it in Pinterest, put it on Google+, LinkedIn. I mean, it's the sites are numerous. You know them all. Instagram, you can put them anywhere you want to put them. But make sure that you are using either the short link or the URL for the blog post, because you want to send them back to your blog to read it. And finally, number 5, marketing that post. So just putting it in social media that one time is really not going to get you visibility forever and ever. It'll get you visibility probably for that moment, but put it into a social media sharing platform, maybe like a Hootsuite, where you can share it out multiple times, or a post planner, or any of the multiple social adder. There's lots of different programs out there. Put it into there so that you now have your post on autopilot, so that it goes out on a regular basis. And you want to make sure that you link to the post and to the other content that you've created. You can mention your blog post in your videos that you do, or your podcasts, or you might want to, if you're doing an interview, if somebody's interviewing you, you can say, you know, I did a blog post about that. Go check it out here, and you can show them the link, or you can do a pretty link that they can go read your post on. And finally, if you have a regular newsletter or you do emails, pop it into your newsletter, pop it into your email. You're multi-purposing, and you hear me a lot of times saying, work smarter, not harder. So create this blog post and then send it out. So let's count this down again. Number 1, we talked about what a blog is. It's normally original content that is made by an individual or a group of people, and now you see them more on collaborative sites such as Huffington Post and Spark Network. 2, you want to create your post, making sure that you have keywords in there, that you have a description that works for your blog post. It has the keywords, that you put some audio, maybe some video, you've created a featured image, go over to Canva, that you have had backlinks to your websites or to other articles that you've done, and finally that you have a call to action. Number 3, you want to optimize that post for search engine optimization. Make sure that you have a title that has the keywords. Make sure your tags have the keywords, your meta description has the keywords, and your meta keyword has a keyword. Everything wants to be connected to that keyword. And then finally, you want to make sure that you set the right category on whatever blog site that you're on, so that when somebody searches for what you are writing on, your blog post will come up. Number 4, you're going to promote it after you write it. You publish that post, send it out to social media, and finally, marketing it for evergreen aspects. And that means putting it into a social media platform that shares for you. The other platform you might want to check out is If This Then That, IFTTT.com, and that is a series of recipes that you can put together that basically says, if I post this on Twitter, it will share to LinkedIn, however you want to do it. Or if I post on Facebook, it will also share on Pinterest. Or if I share on Pinterest, you get the idea. IFTTT.com, it's a great sharing app, and you can just put it on. Every time you post something, we'll automatically share it for you. So go check out on Spark Network this blog post. It will be posted up on the site, sparkandnetwork.com/periscope. There will be a cheat sheet that you can download that looks just like this. And in addition, there is a graphic there that shows you exactly how to do this. Thank you for being with me. I always love having you on our show, and I will see you next week on the next episode of 545. Goodbye, everyone.